Well, welcome back to the channel, guys. Today we're gonna take a bike ride down to the beach. I need to clean this bike, but I want to talk about some of the eBay changes in Cassini and my thoughts about it. These are just my thoughts, they're nothing proven, but my theories and reasoning and what I have to do to keep going. So we'll start here. We'll head down to the beach and try to get some cool shots. All right. Well, heading towards the beach, as you guys know. First, I wrote down some questions and I want to answer them in my head so I can get a little better understanding where we're heading on eBay. So this is my local park, the trail down to the beach. I thought this would be a good spot for question one. eBay Cassini's algorithm changes. We all have known that eBay has changed their algorithm, and my theory behind it, it doesn't mean it's right or wrong, but it's just my opinion. I think this has been happening for the last 2 years with the the fear of the economy changing. If you guys remember 2 years ago, oh, it's coming, the slowdown, and then they had the new tax law that sellers had to under $600 had to fill out their own, claim it, and they went and lobbied for it. All these things that were going to work against eBay's share value. I really do think it started 2 years ago. Some of the loopholes they had to work on were the sellers that were ending and relisting. As you notice, that doesn't work as well, and I have a couple fixes for that, but that's working for me. I don't know if it'll work for everybody, but we'll talk about that later in another video, or maybe at the end of this video. First and foremost, why these changes to the algorithm Cassini during a downturn, on top of technical fixes, technical issues and enhancements. We have inflation. It's not sitting good with me, knowing that I'm in bed with a company that's just squeezing every penny out of me during this time. And I've had to make major changes in my bills. I've had to make cuts. I'm using one less car. I'm using coupons of food. I'm doing everything I can to slow down the overhead. So those are the first questions: is are the VPs that in tuned to where we're at? And I recently saw some videos with Kevin over at Commonwealth Picker, how he's gotten to physically talk, and they actually physically reached out to him by phone, not this email for a survey. And they actually reached out to him, and he was able to reveal some of the worries that his viewers are seeing. And some of these questions I have, they're wanting us to now figure out the new algorithm because our sales are so off during this period. Election coming up, gas is almost $6.50 in my neighborhood. Just all sorts of different reasons that don't really make sense to keep sellers on their platform. So, my second question is it's their platform. We know that. Until they realize their sellers are diversifying their businesses. Well, I'm now working on different ways to make money. Local pickups at Facebook Marketplace. I'm looking at little antique booths to diversify my inventory that I'm not going to list on eBay now. Oh, we got a coyote running up on me. Keep going that way. Nice. You know, or until their market shares reflect their true value, nothing will be done. And I hate to see them lose their market value, because their competitors see blood in the water. They're marketing, they're advertising to us. Etsy's sending me $5 off coupons for any purchases. I mean, there's all sorts of different things happening right now. So those are some of the questions we gotta really. This isn't helpful. That sellers are using YouTube to complain, and obviously we feel like we're not being heard, and when we do call in, there's all sorts of things happening that, you know, I've talked about it in other videos, but these things need to be addressed, and we need to figure out this new algorithm. And I pray we can. I have some tests going that show that I'm getting a heartbeat, but it's still, you know, it's not the same heartbeat, because we know that the economy is slowing down, that people are getting laid off, and we know gas is going through the roof, and food prices are going up, and I just had a rent increase for $100 this month. I mean, that's $1,200 more a year. You know, it's like, how much longer can I stay in Orange County? It's just a matter of time now. It's, you know. So those are the first two questions. I gotta keep smacking my lips. I'll work on that, guys. I appreciate you watching this video. I'm gonna stop here down the road and talk about what I've been working on and my tests that I've been using, and hearing other YouTubers, and just kind of working through the changes. So that definitely will, you know, I see, like I said, I see a light through the tunnel, but it's going to take a lot more listing, a lot more detail, ornate towards item specifics being correct, and a unique description. Is, you know, you just can't use copy paste and use a template. You really have to go into details of the product, because they touch the AI. They're using an AI to give you a description, so they're awarding you for that. I really do think so. So let me go down the road here, and we'll stop and talk a little bit. We're near my local lake, which I haven't got to use that much this year. I got a fishing license, I got a kayak, but the change in the business is really affecting my personal time. So we're going to talk about some of the changes in the algorithm, Cassini, and why I think we're being punished, especially the individuals that sell end and sell similar. As we know, we all know now, ending and selling similar isn't working as well as it was. And I noticed it in April when they started offering the free listing scheduling tool. And I started thinking, wait a minute, if they're going to touch this, maybe they're touching the algorithm at the same time. So I ended 200 listings. I went into my titles, and I started adding vintage into items that were supposed to be vintage, and started to make the titles different. Then I started adjusting the pricing. Then I did a bulk upload with the scheduling tool, scheduling them out every 20 minutes. So 200 listings takes a day and a half, two and a half days. And I'll do that twice a week, and I didn't list anything during this time. I covered my bills. I didn't make any more, but I covered my bills. And I was still getting orders, sales. And I changed the pricing to recognize that I actually adjusted, and it was something I had sold similar. And even if it was on a discount, I could see what it was selling for. So I know which ones are selling and which ones weren't. And I started thinking, okay, well, sending out 200 new listings immediately isn't working. Then I started noticing, I list 100 magazines in one day and I didn't get anything. I wasn't getting any awards. I wasn't being treated like I thought I used to be treated. Where I would list 100 magazines and I would get 15, 20 sales, like it used to be. And I was like, wow, interesting. So I took the scheduling platform and took it to another level. They don't want me to list 100 magazines at once. I won't. I'll list them vertical. In the scheduling platform, they give you 21 days out in advance. So I'll list 21 magazines at once at 12 a.m. and go 21 days out at 12 a.m. And in the next 20-minute increment, I'll change it to postcards and go 21 days out. Then I'll change it another 20 minutes. I'll change it to bottle openers. I'll change it to photos. I'll change it to all different categories during the whole day. So in theory, if I do it every 20 minutes, it's 3 an hour, 24 hours, I will massage every category I have a death pile for, if I do this correctly. But I'm still organizing the warehouse, separating products in stages. 5,000 music sheets. Well, then I only pulled about 40 out for the next 2 weeks. And then I'll pull golf items. I'll pull different glass items. I'll pull different things. So I know that I have 20 in this container that they're going to go vertically out. That really changed the game. I started drawing $1,000 weeks, and then it would go back, and then it would go forward. Well, I started noticing that I'm not renewing my events. I was copying the same event, giving the same percentage to the same products. Once I started letting the events, the sales, in, I would then go in and select all new products, and that's all new, a different rate, same period. I run 4 sales a week, a 7%, a 20%, Sunday to Wednesday midday, and then I do from Wednesday to Sunday midday. And when I do the new event and I select all the new products, I get a big burst the day before the ending of the sales. And when I copy that event, I don't get that big burst at the end of the week or the end of the sales 24 hours before. So they're not awarding you just running events now. They want you to change them. They want you to massage them. And so I've been doing that, and I'm noticing a better improvement. I really think moving forward, I still have like 8,000 old listings that I need to massage, change the pricing, get maximum keywords in the title, make sure the item specifics. So not only like in my magazines, I have contributors, people that give their knowledge to the magazines. I got to add multiple, they might be 10 different articles in that newspaper. They want every one of those because they allow you to do that in item specifics. I noticed immediately when I started doing that for my magazines, my listings were ranking higher than other ones that were similar. Sometimes they wouldn't even show the other ones. Mine would be the only one there. So I made that change. Ending and sell similar is very dangerous. You got to massage them, you got to schedule them out, they need to be changed. It's punished eBay with Google. 2 years ago, I used to see 5 to 7 listings using my Google image and my Google Lens. Google Lens is in the iPhone app or the Android app. Google Image is a browser inside any browser on your desktop. I used that because it would show more detail and more information. And I would drop my thumbnail into every listing I would do. I would drop it in there just to see who's selling my product. And I started noticing 2 years ago, we used to get 5 to 7 listings of eBay. Now we're getting 1 at the bottom, sometimes maybe 2, but no more. It's because we're, as a group, ending and self-ciliating our listings and affecting the health ranking with Google, the health ranking. You understanding Google search, doing it for 20 years with my partner, I understand you can only mess with Google so much until they start punishing you. And I think we're in timeout right now with Google. I am seeing Facebook, I'm seeing Etsy, I'm seeing private URLs that have small sellers that have left these platforms. They're ranking way above us. And I have to stroll down and sometimes even search the term eBay in the title just to see how many actual listings eBay has of this product, because we all know about Google's eBay search right now. It's not showing everybody's listings. So I have to use Google to actually go around eBay. It's pretty crazy. So these are the things I'm doing. I might help somebody. It definitely slowed me down on listings, but I'm still getting my 50, 60 listings in a day. They're just in different categories. And the next day I try to do other categories. I'm not trying to double up on categories in the same day. So I have to come up with 24 categories or even more just to make sure the product doesn't get duplicated. Meaning, if I'm listing music sheets, I'm not going to list a music sheet at 12 a.m. and then 6 a.m. I might list another series of 20 music sheets at 12 p.m. or 4 p.m. So there would be 2 music sheets in my store every day that are new. And when I do my end and sell similar, I'm doing it by how long it's been on my site. And until I get them all caught up, I'm changing everything. I'm working on massaging them, and I'm letting them go on a 20-minute increment, scheduled from immediately all the way out. So not only in my vertical listing, my new listings, I'm listing straight down with my relistings. So a lot of my 20-minute increment listings on my eBay account have 2 listings. One that's been sell similar, modified, and 1 completely new listing that's never been on eBay. So sounds complicated. It's not when you get the systems organized and get your inventory organized. And I'm still not there completely, but I've seen something change, and I'm not sure if what I'm saying is making a change, but I hope you like and subscribe this. These are just my ideas, and listening to other sellers online and what they're doing. It's not the same, but it's very close. So I appreciate you listening. Please like and subscribe. Stay healthy, and if you haven't, call someone and say hi, because it's been really lonely lately. All right, and I know if I'm lonely, you guys are probably lonely too. Thank you.